Hi everyone and welcome to Fresh from My Garden. These are some tapioca cuttings that we got from my parents' garden. When we visited them last month, we had harvested some tapiocas from their garden and we got some cuttings so that we can plant them in our garden. And it's been sitting here for a while because we didn't get a chance to plant them earlier. And as you can see, new leaves have started sprouting from these cuttings. So these are going to be planted in an area where we have already grown tapiocas last year, and I had shared a video earlier on harvesting tapiocas from our garden. So these tapiocas grow very easily from cuttings, and these cuttings can be planted and we can get a lot of tapioca harvest from these cuttings. Once these are planted, they take about a minimum of 10 to 12 months before they are ready for harvest. Now, this is the space where we are planning to plant these tapioca cuttings, and I already have some vegetables planted in an area of this patch. And we also had a few banana trees that were planted in the ground in this spot, and these were full of weeds, so now we got them cleaned, and there are some herbs and turmeric and few vegetable plants like tomatoes, beans, and peppers that are growing in this spot. So, wherever we find some space in the ground is where we are going to plant these tapioca cuttings that we have. So, here we have some tomato plants and also some mint that was already growing in the ground. We pulled out a lot of the mint earlier, but we still have a lot. And these are the cherry tomato varieties that was a volunteer plant in this part of our garden. So it's grown quite tall and I've given it a support, but because we are having heavy winds nowadays, they are falling over a lot. Now, these are a couple of banana trees that we have in this part of our garden, and these have broken halfway through the stem and fallen to the ground. I had shared a video of this on my Instagram, and this is a variety called the Nendran banana, which gets infected quite easily with a kind of pest that damages the stem of the banana tree. And as it grows and starts developing fruits, they sometimes break and fall even before the fruit matures. So, here you can see that we have two trees here that have broken, and these are a variety that I am not planning on growing anymore because we have lost a lot of these trees even last year, and there are different other varieties of bananas that are grown more easily. So we are going to go with those varieties and stop growing the varieties that are breaking up and falling over. So, this is a part of our garden that we use to grow a few vegetables and also plants a few banana trees and some tapiocas. And also, we have grown elephant yam in this part of our garden. So, this is something that I have shared previously, and we have a different variety of things that are growing here. And since it has been raining a lot in the last few days, we've had a lot of weeds growing in this part of the garden, and we had all of that cleaned up so that we can use this area to grow tapiocas for our garden. Now, after clearing out all those banana trees, now we are going to plant these tapioca cuttings in the ground. So we need to dig a little space in the ground and then place this tapioca cutting and create a small mound around the cutting so that there is no water logging around this cutting that we are planting. Since it's a root crop, water logging will cause it to get rotten faster. So we have to create a little mound around it so that the water just slides off that mound and doesn't get waterlogged at the base of the plant. Tapiocas take any time between 10 to 12 months before they are ready for harvest, and they grow quite tall, anywhere between 10 to 15 feet at least, and they will be ready for harvest in next May or June, since we are planting this now in May. So next May or June is the time when we can expect a harvest from these tapioca plants. The cuttings are usually planted out in a row, and a big mound is created around these rows. But since we don't have enough space in our garden, we are just randomly planting it wherever we find space. This is a really tasty root vegetable that we enjoy eating at home. And here we have these planted out. A few of these cuttings have been planted out, and we have to plant more after we clean out some more space. So I hope you really enjoyed this quick video from our garden, and please do take a look at the other video where we are harvesting a lot of tapioca from our garden. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comment section if you grow tapioca in the garden. They are easy to grow in grow bags as well as in the ground. And if you haven't tried growing these wonderful root vegetables before, please do give it a try. Thanks for watching Fresh from My Garden.